right, everybody. It's been 8 weeks. Today is October 4th. So 8 weeks ago, I had this foot reconstructed. And I don't remember the last time I made a video and checked in with you. I think it was week 7 or just before it. And you saw me take my first step. And I had crutches helping me. Anyways, for the last week and a half or so, I've been walking around at school with a shoe, with my feet in shoes, sometimes with a crutch, sometimes with the scooter, and sometimes just going for it. Anyway, here's what's going on. I can get around. Look at that. 8 weeks, and I'm walking pretty normally. I mean, I could go to the grocery store right now and nobody would know I've got a problem. You know, no one would know that my walk is compromised. Just yesterday or 2 days ago, I was at the grocery store and I was limping, right? Limping. Today, I've almost entirely lost that limp. I'm not going to moonwalk for you if that's what you're thinking. I'm not there yet, but I hope to be. It's hard to stand on one foot, but you can see my foot's not collapsing. It's very sore down here where it was reconstructed. And it does not like to stand in it doesn't want me to stand on one foot, on my left foot, for very long. But you can see, yeah, kids are driving by on their bikes. What was I gonna show you? Well, I'll show you some up close pictures of the wounds healing, but that's not as important as the arch. I mean, I didn't really get an arch, but my foot's straight. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna do a little more walking. Well, I'm walking backwards. Eight weeks, baby. 8 weeks. Okay. I haven't done this very much. A little bit. Okay, you gotta look at me walking around here at the 8-week mark. Pretty cool. I can't believe it. I didn't know really what to expect in terms of my timeline. And, you know, people at work are starting to just accept me as recovered. They're saying, congratulations, you're all better, because they see me walking. But these are very short walks, like a walk to the faculty lounge to get a cup of coffee. I'm still taking the elevator to get from the 2nd floor to the 3rd floor. I did have to take the stairs the day we had a fire drill. And I went, oh crap, I can't take the elevator. So I took the stairs and I was telling people, go around me, pass me on the left. Old man walking here. But I made it down to the 2nd floor and exited through the courtyard and got outside safely. It was just a drill. Okay, so I've had 6 physical therapy appointments. Scratch that. I've had 6. So 3 weeks of physical therapy. The first session, they took, measurements and things like that. And they looked at my, range of motion. But by the 2nd week, my range of motion in this foot can almost go as far back as my better foot, my healthier foot. So I'm getting the range of motion. It's still tight, very tight here, still achy here, very achy here, especially when I'm walking on it for more than 2 minutes. But as you saw, I can walk around the apartment, I can walk around the classroom, I can move from chair to chair, sit with a student, help him with his painting or drawing, get up. Another kid calls me on the other side of the room. Usually I call him over, but sometimes I'm feeling good and I get up, I walk over there. I usually plop down on a chair next to my student, but by about third class or fourth class of the day, I've got my foot up on my desk, or I call a student to go to the gym and get me a bucket of ice. So I'm still doing that, but I'm making improvements. There are times where a little bit of negativity creeps into my head, where my foot is just aching, and I start thinking, wow, this hurts so much on the left side. That was never a big problem for me. Plus, I'm feeling inflammation on the underside worse than I did for 7 years. Have I made it worse? Have I basically gone through all this only to have a worse off foot? But I catch myself and I say it's way too soon to make any opinions, and that's what my physical therapist, she said, it's too soon to have any opinions. Plus my foot is still so swollen. My ankle's all swollen compared to my right foot. I know you can't see so good, but just trust me that, the left ankle's way fatter than the right ankle, and especially from my view. And I see my foot is swelled up. And when I wear regular shoes recently, I have to loosen the laces on my left shoe and to fit my big fat, my elephant foot in there. So that's all part of the healing process, and I'm pretty pleased with at the 8-week mark. Now, my doctor, I'm not gonna tell you his name, and I might in the end of this tell you he's the greatest doctor ever. But right now I am frustrated with him because when I have my 2-week appointments with him, my bi-weekly appointments, he doesn't let me talk much. He's always selling me hope and enthusiasm. And he'll even tell me, and your foot's not even hurting at all. You're just like my miracle patient. And I want to say, well, time out. It does hurt a lot on the underside after a couple, classes, after a few too many minutes on it. No, you're doing great. You're like my best recovery guy ever. And he's in such a hurry to get me in and out there. And whenever I say, well, it's really stiff here, like, is it supposed to be this swole? He's like, look, big picture. You got to think big picture. And he's probably right, but it's super annoying that he won't let me tell him where it's aching, and he won't let me ask questions. Yeah, I'm going to say it. He doesn't want me to say a damn thing in these appointments. And, he's got 30 years experience. So I'm like, I told you a couple weeks ago, I brought a list of my questions, and he's like, okay, ask me your questions on your list. And I start going through them, and he gives me these short answers. Yes, no, it aches because he just had a surgery. And he won't go into detail, and I'm getting frustrated with it. So I know what you're going to say in the comments below. Dude, you paid for this new foot. You're entitled to ask all the questions, and he has to answer all of your questions until you're satisfied. But man, I feel like I'm dealing with a car salesman sometimes, a used car salesman. So next appointment I have in a week and a half, I'm coming with a clipboard full of questions, and I'm going to make them answer all of them. And I'm going to express everything that I want to express. And I'm very grateful that my foot's nice and straight. But I have questions like, why does it ache so much on the left side? Will it be stiff all the time? How come it's inflamed under my foot like it was when my foot was flat? I thought that would surely go away with a reconstructed foot. I gotta at least voice these. He'll probably say, Brian, it's only 8 weeks, man. You won't be feeling great until 6 months. Fine, I'll take that as an answer, and then I'll suspend my opinions. But yeah, that's been frustrating. So I'm coming at him hard with a clipboard full of questions next time I meet with him, and I'll report back to you what he did or did not say. All right, thanks a lot. See you.